From the sunshine to the rain, this is Growing Pains with Andrew Heckman.
Yo, that's freaking awesome, man. That's a great little intro. Shout out to my wife, whipping that one up for us right quick. That was cool. Hey, everybody, this is Growing Pains with Andrew Heckman, the online edition. Welcome to the show. Seeing everybody chilling in chat there, having a good time already. Thank you for being here with us right off the bat. Make sure you hit that like button there. So it's a Sunday. It's 4 p.m. here, Eastern Standard Time. And you're like, what the heck? Usually we do this Wednesdays. What's the deal? So truthfully, we were going to be having a little bit of a collaboration episode today with two content creators and, talking about a little something here. But instead, due to some weather and some unfortunate circumstances, we are just going to be meeting with the one, the only, our guy Sly, aka Loco. You guys know him. He's been around here. He's been having all kinds of great can of convos, of course, over there. I'm gonna make sure one of our moderators throws up his channel, his link there, so we got everybody following him if you haven't already. And I mean, if you haven't, come on, you're living under a rock. This is our guy Sly. Big pimpin' himself. Always good to see you there. I see him smiling in the background, cheesing hard. All right, I'm going to bring him up here, and let's get right to it, and we'll just get chit-chatting here, guys. Like I said, it's Growing Pains, so I'm not necessarily going to be interacting with the chat here. You guys chat it up, have some fun. Just watch me and Sly talking about this and that and everything else. And all right, guys, let's get right to it here. Bring him on up. There he is.
Yo, what up, everybody? You already know it's like a Loco in the house. What's up, brother?
What is going on, dude? How are you?
Chilling, man. I'm just chilling. I'm so glad to be here. I want to say thank you so much for having me on your show finally. And it's great to hear you. What up?
Absolutely. It should have happened a whole lot longer ago, but hey, we're both kind of busy, right?
Oh, brother. Yeah. Oh, man. It has been crazy. I felt like my plate was full there a while ago, and now it's like overfull. Like I got way too many balls in the air.
Yeah.
But you know how that goes.
Couple irons in the fire for us both, for sure, man. It's but nevertheless, dude, you're looking good. You're looking fresh. It's good to see you here on this Sunday. And
sure.
Honestly, well, I mean, hey, why don't we just get right to it here? We were gonna have a little chat about something, and rather than me talking too much about it or over introducing it, I'd rather just have you touch on what it is and just give us a little, just before we get started on anything else, just let us know what we were going to be doing and what we can let the audience expect to see here just maybe in the next little while, if you're okay talking about a bit of it briefly. Yes. It's no secret. I mean, it's just we were going to talk about it more than we will, so
yes. So for everybody out there today, we were going to be on here, me and my partner, Keith. We're going to come on to show you guys the virtual logo. Now, the virtual logo is a grow along assistant an AI assistant that is going to help you and teach you everything you need about your grow. Okay. Everything about growing, nothing else, just growing. Now, Keith is a master at all this. I'm telling you guys, I love that guy. He's my partner. We're like this. So I didn't want to do this fully and come and show you guys the virtual logo without him. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that part of the show today. But next time that we're on the show, when we get this rescheduled, Keith is going to be here and we're going to be able to show you guys the virtual logo. And you guys are going to be able to interact with it and, ask a question, and we'll be able to go into more depth with that. But, the weather is weathering. So we're going to have to keep it pushing and bring you guys a show anyways.
The show must go on, as they say.
Right. Facts.
Pushing, yeah. We gotta keep it rolling. But no worries. I hope that they are they will get through the storm. But nevertheless, it is unfortunate that it's happening right now. I do apologize in advance to everybody out in the audience if we happen to if we have any technical difficulties along the way, are you guys in the middle of anything like that over there, Sly? I know right now we are getting a little bombarded by some winter.
So bad over here to where it like I don't want to jinx it now, but over here we don't have any snow. So right now it's just barely getting freezing, which is kind of unusual because I am from the east side of the mountains in Washington State. So over here it's a completely different environment than over on the west side. So that west side is where Seattle is. And so over there, they don't get this kind of weather, man. Over here, it is cold. It is freezing. It is 32 degrees, but we, thank God, everywhere around us is getting the snow, but not us.
It's we're like right in the thick of it. But I feel like the whole east side of the continent's getting it here. So dude, I heard they were getting snow down in Texas and shit. Oh, up our way, This is the time of year when we got to be expecting it. But we've been going through firewood up here, like absolutely nuts. So it'll pass soon enough. I think it's something like 56 or 55 days until spring, and then hey, we should hopefully start seeing some more. But hey, who's counting, right, Sly? Right?
Just count down those days, right? You're like it's almost here.
Yeah, I'm going outside and keeping an eye on the sunlight being a little bit further in the sky every night. It's really nice at this time of year when you start to see it. Just, it hasn't warmed up, but the days are getting longer. So, sorry, I know I'm looking over every once in a while, just checking an eye on the side stream there just to see how it's looking. Because again, like I said, my computer here, we were talking about it just before the show. It happens. Just gets a little bit. So, as long as it's running smooth over on the other one, I think it's good. So we're good.
Yep, that'll work.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you taking some time to just sit and kick it with me today, man. It's always good to actually get together with you and chat, man. We've been doing a little more chatting lately than not, and it's great. So that's, of course, our little project that we got going on with you. But, how's everything else going aside from that? I know you're staying busy, growing. You got lots of other stuff going on. So tell me about all that.
So what's going on in my grow is going very nice right now. So this is one of the things that everybody out there, if you guys have followed me, which probably some of your people probably haven't, but I've been growing for about 5 years, going on 6 years. And I have 2 tents. I have a 4x4 tent, AC Infinity 4x4 tent with the controller, fans, with Spider Farmer light, SE 7000 or 5000. Nice. SE 5000 by Spider Farmer light in there, right? And I also have a Vivo Sun 4x4 tent with a high photon flux. Now, high photon flux, I want to give a huge shout out to that company. Their lights are still working. They are the first company to send me anything. Okay, they sent me a light, and this was when I was brand new in the influencer game, the weed influencer game. So I didn't totally understand exactly what I was supposed to be doing as in posting and stuff like that. So I really apologize to them because I wish I could, do it more. But now I'm doing it. So I'm posting high photon flux because they are made by Growers House, which Growers House is right here. Growers House. They make Stash Blend, and Stash Blend supports me also. Stash Blend is a macro nutrient line that is, humic acid, all that stuff. Very good for your plants. Highly suggest checking that out. Now, anyways, back to the tents. So my tents have never looked as good as they are right now, guys. I'm telling you, I have a blue mat watering system going on with a 12-gallon reservoir tank with the air stone in it. To make sure no algae grows in it. Bro, they're watering very well right now. But one thing about the blue mat system, I don't know if everybody out there has used this. There's a real learning curve there, brother. There's been many floods that have happened, and I stopped them only because that was all user error. I wasn't doing my part and using it right, which you know all about that, brother. It happens, right?
It happens.
So
it definitely happens.
It happens. So now I got a purge valve on there, and I'm checking the purge valve, making sure there's no air in the lines, making sure it's all nice and damp, and have it to the right settings to where it's not flooding. But I did add the 3-inch blue mat rings to the pots right now.
Okay. Yep.
Let me just tell you this much, right? Those rings to get the 3 millimeter onto a 5 millimeter hose is not easy. Okay. Like,
okay.
Yeah, you got to get like tweezers and hold it open to get the fucking the hose over it. Yeah, it was
heat gun. Would a heat gun work or no?
I'm sorry.
A heat gun?
No, I think I didn't use a heat gun because it said that the best thing to do would just be use hot water because the hose is so small. It's just a 3 millimeter, right? You know, I think a heat gun might melt it a little bit too much, so I didn't do that. But that is a good idea. I did think of that. I was like, maybe a heat gun, but I'm like, I don't know if I should, so I didn't. But they're running pretty good. It's my plants are looking amazing. But one thing I did want to tell you. Good. And one thing that I did want to tell you, though, is I fucked up. Rookie mistake here, brother. So I made a organic brew, okay, with some Gaia Green nutrients. And my dumbass, I just grabbed it, threw it in. I didn't measure. I just threw it in. And sure enough, I checked my ppms yesterday, and the ppms are like 6,000 or 5,000. So the EC was like fucking 8.2 or some shit. I'm like,
hold up. What did you feed with it?
I did. I fed with Gaia Green organic nutrients, the flower line. So I don't know if the EC matters that much in organics. How does that work, brother? Because I have to tell everybody out here that I'm a little ignorant on EC. Okay, now EC, I'm barely starting to learn. I know about pH and ppms and all that stuff, but EC and calculating it, figuring it out is kind of new to me. So I need a little help.
Do you have a truncheon by Blue Labs?
No, what is that?
That's a truncheon is a great device. I'll see if maybe one of the mods can find a link for the live chat out there for the truncheon. Check it out, everybody. But basically, it's a feed chart. It's a digital feed chart. So you dip it right into your reservoir there, and it'll just tell you EC compared to ppm. 500, 700. I don't know if it's a TDS or what the other part of it is, but basically, it just gives you the conversion. It's like the Rosetta Stone of all of that stuff. So it's a very cool little tool.
So I do have one of those. I have one of those. Okay. I was checking that out, but the only problem is I don't know how to read it. So if I don't know how to read it, then I don't know what the number is, because I hit that TDE, I think it is, right? What is TDE?
Yeah, so TDS, total dissolved solids, I believe. And again, you're asking a bit of a rookie myself here. I would never claim to be an expert on any of this stuff. I typically consult, say, the Grow Bible, but I heard there's going to be a new one in town that's going to be hooking us up with some info in real time.
Now that one I've been actually asking about too, and that has been breaking it down a lot. And I was like, okay.
Yep.
So it's amazing. So you guys don't know, for one thing that we don't really want to say, but we're going to say the virtual logo. This one's something that's, man, I'm telling you guys, it teaches you so much. It is amazing. Keith has put together such a cool ass app. I'm telling you, we're all doing it because it takes testers and everybody to develop it. Now, I don't know about you, Andrew, but I didn't know that making an app was so fucking hard.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've actually talked to one of my I've talked to one of my mentors about it. Like, we thought about, obviously we talked about it. We're like, what would it take? And then I got talking to a guy who was, fairly involved in some tech, and he looked at me and he's like, I don't know if you want to know about scaling something up like that. And you know what I mean? Like, that was kind of his thing. He was just like, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of technical and complicated work and a lot of coding and a lot, and he's like, you can use AI to speed it up and all of that stuff. But then at the same time, you still have to make sure that everything works, and you have to go back through and double, triple, quadruple check everything, test out, beta test it, fix it.
Test, man. Test. It's something that we're going through right now. And the testing is, it's cool. I love it. I'm like, damn, this is cool because it's, how do you say it's uncharted territory, Well, for me at least, so I've never done anything like this before. So I'm having a great time. I'm like, shit. I'm excited to see what's next, what's gonna break, if it's gonna work.
I'm super excited, and I'm really proud of you guys. I mean, just in the little bit that we've got to talk to each other about what's been going on behind the scenes, and like even just getting to see the test run with you guys the other week. That was like, man, I was having such a good time with that. So you're still there, but no, it was a great little, I was watching along and I was like, man, I can't wait to kind of just put this to the test in my own grow room and see what it comes up with, see what kind of info I can play with, and fuck yeah, because I mean, it's got a pile of stuff in there just waiting to be unlocked and played with and all kinds of fun. So yeah, man, I'm proud of you guys for doing that.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It's a cool ass journey, bro. It's one of those journeys that's just like, I'm happy to be a part of it. I'm very happy to even let it happen. I am so happy that we get to bring this knowledge to the masses, because back in the day, bro, like being able to find somebody to teach you how to grow was just like, it was impossible, man. There was stuff online and you can look online, but like when problems arise and you're a new grower, you just like, you overreact, you overthink, you're like, oh my God, my plant's gonna die, and you just overwatered it a little bit. It just needs to dry. Or, the plant just woke up, so it hasn't even started to come out yet. You're already like, it's drooping, and it's just some stuff that you're excited about the new growth, so you just don't know. And like when I was growing, like this Pigeons 420, all right? Pigeons 420 was the guy that I was watching when I was coming up. And that guy, he didn't even show his face back then. So this was like back in the day. No, it was only a couple years ago, but it feels like back in the day because we're going so fast. Anyways, where was I going with that? I forgot.
It's all good, man. I mean, trying to find some credible sources for info, right? Having somebody there to help you along the way to teach you how to grow, and standardized knowledge too. Yeah,
man, and that's something that was crazy because like it was hard, bro. Before that, I always wanted to grow weed. I sat there and loved fucking bud, bro. I have always been, before I started like messing around and becoming an alcoholic, I loved weed. Like weed was my first love. Like, whoa, okay. It's one of them.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. I was like, okay, I remember hearing about a grower, and I was like, dude, like I was young. I was like, dude, I want to pick your brain. Like, how, what, how does it, what do you do? And of course, this fool's like, yo, get the fuck away from me. You sound like a narc,
Same when you're too enthused about it, and they're like, what are you trying to, you know what I mean? What are you trying to get at here? Yeah. You're like, dude, I just love it. And like, I think sometimes as you get into it more and more, you forget that when some people just start out, it's crazy how much they actually love it. And you're like, you can take yourself back. I do it often, when somebody asks me a question or something like that, I'm definitely, I'm like, I have that same reaction. Like, why are you asking me so many questions? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you trying to get at here? What are we doing here? What are you asking for? And it's just like, no, they're just enthused. That's all it really is, man. They're just really enthused. And I love it. I love seeing that for people coming up, just finding out about the plant it's a never-ending journey. So when you guys asked me about that Internet of Pot, I was just like, this is great. I'm in. I want to see it all. I want to have it happen. And we should give a shout out too, because you're one third of, you did mention that to me. So there's two thirds that are
there are two
back
thirds
in
that are
behind the
missing right
scenes.
now.
Yeah.
That are behind the
right.
scenes, but they will be here soon. Now I want to give a huge shout out to Keith and his wife Kathy. Those two, I love those two, man. Those are my other partners in the Internet of Pots and the virtual logo. Those two are amazing, man. I can't talk them up enough. Good people, when good people connect, it's just like good things happen when good people connect. So that's what's happening. And I'm glad to bring him into the community. Now we can tell a story of how we met. So how me and Keith met. Let's hear it. Okay, so we were at I had been invited to go to Missouri to Mocana Fest. And we were another influencer, Vixen, she would put it together to where we could do a Grow Meat getaway, right? And so we all got together. A bunch of the Grow Meats, pictures 420 Thing Grows, El Cana Concept, El Connoisseur, Crimson, Green Year 420, Vixen, myself, my wife, their kids. It was crazy, man. It was a bunch of people. Mills, he showed up, Bat Cave Grow, 333. Jesus, there was a lot of people there, bro. But we had a great time. And it was amazing. We had a great time, and we were sitting there. We were at Mocana Fest. We were getting ready to go up on the stage. And I was like, yo, I got to go get in the car because it's hot over there. Oh, it's so fucking humid. I was like, I got to go get in the car and cool down. So me and my wife go in the car. We're cooling down because I'm dripping sweat, bro. I'm dripping sweat. And I'm like, okay. Anyways, we get out of the car, and here comes Keith. He's walking up on me. He's like, hey, man, I saw you earlier. I really liked your vibe. Like, I think that you're the person that could bring it, this idea do I have? Like, is this a good idea? And he told me it, and I'm like, bro, yes, it's a good idea. We've been needing this. This is what like a lot of growers have been thinking about making this. This is not something new, but it's something that, taking that concept and making it and actually bringing it to the final step, to where we get it to the community is the part that, we were able to do. I didn't even really realize I had that many connects. I didn't realize that I have been building this empire, or for lack of a better term, how would you say that? I can't think of the word, but this brand that I've been building. This brand,
right? Yep.
So, this brand that I had been building was as big as it was, because I'm sitting there thinking like, oh man, I've done a lot of stuff. I've been at MJ BizCon, I've met Pigeons 420. I've met my mentors, and I've got to kick it with my mentors, and I've been invited into the circle with them now, and that's where it's like, oh, I've actually done a lot of stuff. So I'm like, yo, cool, let's do it. Let's bring all this together. Let's get this to the masses. Let's make something that's gonna stick. That's actually going to put a stamp on us that, the community is going to remember, and I love it. Most deaf, right? So we did that. And then we went on stage and we were doing our podcast. El Connoisseur, he was doing his, and we were like merging, Kenna Combos was there too. We were all doing it together. And I was like, fuck it, Keith. I look at me in the audience and I'm like, get up here. He's
That's
like,
awesome.
what? I'm like, get up here, brother. And I fucking brought him on stage and we were talking and So it was a great time, man. I had a great time.
Fantastic. Well, that's something that that'll be coming up soon, right? Or that's a yearly thing, correct?
That is actually Mocana Fest happens like every couple months over there. So
okay. Are you?
Yeah, they're actually on 17 and we were at 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
When maybe next time you go down to one, let me know, and we'll see if we can make our way down there. Kick it.
Of course.
I mean, when you talked to me about like what it was, I think that was on the episode that we did on your channel here. Way back. I mean, that's damn near a year ago now already. But no, sir. I think it is, right? Isn't it? Jax, maybe you could Maybe you could look up our episode with Sly for us quick here. You could just pull it
It's
up.
been a year already.
It was like, I guess maybe not a year, but I mean, damn, time
But
flies,
still,
dude. We really
yeah.
did go fast, yeah. But I mean, no,
Wow.
it's always interesting to hear about those conventions. I would love to someday, get down into the States and do more stuff down there. Obviously, being a Canadian boy, it makes it a little bit interesting here, but
a little bit difficult, but again, it's possible because 420 Thing Grows. He came down from Canada, so he just drove over. It's possible.
I think it'll happen, man. Give me a good heads up,
be,
and we can probably plan it out. Yeah.
Of course, most definitely. It would be amazing to have Oggo there. To have another company to where we could stand by and be like, yo, like this, like you guys need to understand. This is becoming big, yo. We're bringing up companies here. We can do this, and like we can make it something even bigger. Absolutely. I mean, it is something. It's already really nice, but it'd be hella cool to have you guys there and blaze up and have a good time.
Yeah.
So,
well, I was going to ask too. You talked about the stash. You talked about the stash blend. Was that stash blend nutrients? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and was that the one that the boys from the stash podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like pigeons in that brand. That's correct. Okay. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to make sure we were talking about the same company there. So is that stuff water soluble, or is that an organic line, or is that?
It is water soluble. It is water soluble, yes. So the Stash Blend nutrient line just came out. It is an organic blend, I'm pretty sure. Now, I don't have all the full details on that line yet. Those more because the Stash Blend line has been in works with Grower House for a long time. And so when the Stash Blend came out, like they were working on the nutrient line too. And so I had a little insider on that. And I was like, you guys are fucking so smart. Like, jump on that shit, man, and now we got to get it. Cool. So it is water soluble though. I don't know if it's dry amendment like you would like Gaia Green Nutrients or something. I'm pretty sure it is. Either way, we're going to be talking about it more because I am going to be over there talking. So yeah, stay tuned. We got big things coming, guys. We got big.
Oh man, I love it. I love it. Well, say hi to them for me when you get there for sure. I'd love to. I would love to kick it with them someday when the time is right, of course. When the time is right. So.
Hey! Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be connecting everybody. Don't worry. You already know.
Hell yeah, man.
Boy, this is what I appreciate. I connect people.
It's not what you know. It's who you know. And if you know Keith, you know Sly. Then you know a lot of things and a lot of people. So there you go, guys.
That a lot of people, and that's one thing I want to tell everybody out here because I've gotten a lot of questions about people trying to be like they want to be influencers and stuff, right? And they want to figure out like, yo, I'm not getting the traction or whatever. And I'm telling people like, you have to go out there and you have to meet people. You have to be a person, a people person, right? You have to be able to put those insecurities away that telling you, oh, maybe they're not gonna like me, oh, maybe they're gonna be like whatever, and put that to the side. Go shoot your shot. Go talk to the people. And the worst that can happen is them say no. All right, that's the worst that can happen. After that, you keep it pushing, right? So, and trust me, there's a lot of times where I've gotten no's and yes, no's and whatever. But there's a lot of times I've gotten yeses, and that's a lot of times where people have came in and I've booked them for my show and I've talked to them, and I'm just stepping up. Oh, here's this CFO, like a Growback, like Lance, he's hella cool, man. I love that fucking guy. And because I went to to MJ BizCon, I got to meet him, right? And I went to MJ BizCon on a whim, all right? I just was like, I'm gonna go there and somehow I'll get in. We'll see how it happens. And sure enough, fucking met up with Pigeons and Rob and Mr. Grow It, and they were like, yo, I got an extra ticket. You want in? And I'm like, of course. Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
And we got in, and from there, I went, we were blazing with everybody, and I went up and respectively told them, yo, guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you for letting me in. But now I'm going to go market. And they were like, you do your thing, pimping. I was like, yo, thanks. Yeah. And so I went around it, and I just started marketing. Hey, how you doing, guys? My name's just, Sly, AK Loco. I have Can of Combos. And this is before, IOP and all this stuff. So
Yep.
I was like, look, man, put the work in on yourself, right? Because
that's the thing.
What's up?
It's so true about it's so true about what you said. Like sometimes it's just the name of the game is like you don't know how it's gonna go. You just know it's gonna go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've been going to Lift and going to Grow Up and those conventions, those events. It's great because you don't know how it's gonna go, but there's gonna be somebody there. There'll be people there that you need to meet. It's the only way to do it, man. It's a great way to handle yourself. And I mean, it's not that far from you, if I'm not mistaken. Is that like getting down to BizCon? Is it a pretty big hike for you, or?
It's in Nevada, so yeah, and I'm up in Washington, so it's a couple states away. So yeah, it was something that you have to dedicate yourself to, and you're like, I'm gonna go do this, and I'm gonna make it happen. Hey, bro, I flew down first class and everything. It was this was one of those things that was like. It was crazy that it was even happening, that I was even doing it. So the fact that all that shit went down the way it did was just like,
yeah,
because let me tell you something, Andrew. All right, there's a little something about me. Okay, I'm one of those people that crazy shit will happen to that ain't gonna happen to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like I caught swine flu and almost died and was in a coma for 3 weeks. Like, hey, that shit doesn't happen. To most people and shit. So
that's crazy.
I've had one crazy ass fucking life, bro. I'm gonna write a book one of these days. We're putting it out. Be ready.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That'll be great, man. I can't wait. Let's go.
And all you guys are gonna have to be in it, of course. There's the story.
Oh yeah.
Meeting these companies, and now boom, like I got my Canadian connect, blah blah blah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
fantastic. Oh man, no, that's awesome. It's funny it's also really funny how like the just the way the internet, the internet of pot there. I mean, that's come from just your love of cannabis, right? And it's so crazy to think about, like, if somebody told you all those years ago when you started that, hey, when you get to a certain point, there's going to be somebody come up to you, approach you and say, would you like to build an app with me? That doesn't just happen to everybody either, but it's so cool that like the journey of what you're doing led you to get onto that level. And just like, you never expected it to happen, yet it happened all the same. So I think that's really fucking cool when shit like that happens to people, when they just have been putting their heart and soul into it. And then all of a sudden, boom, like you said, fly first class down to BizCon and meet up with pigeons and them and kick it, or, going up on stage a couple minutes before you see Keith and, boom, just like that, right? Like, it's just like those little, if you hadn't been there, if you hadn't put in all those steps, all that work to get there in the first place, none of that ever would have been available to you anyways. So it's always interesting to hear those little serendipitous stories about like, how it went on,
Yeah. And that's the beauty of it. One thing that I tell everybody, or I try to tell everybody in my life, is, man, do what you love and the money will come. Just do what you love, man. I love making canna combos. I love talking to people. I love bringing the knowledge to the new growers. Like, I love all that stuff, bringing the message. Now, Mass Grow 413 out there, I don't want you to give up on indoor growing, okay? This is what you need the virtual logo for, okay? Come sign up for go to the Internet of Pot. Somebody put the link in there. Let them go in there, sign up. We are going to have an assistant right there with you to help you grow, tell you to chill. It is cool. It's going to be your friend there. It's going to be me sitting there being like, yo, don't trip, Doc. It's all right. Try again. Because one thing that we all know as growers in here is that just because you killed a plant doesn't mean that you didn't learn anything. Now you learned, okay, that plant died. I'm going to fix it. And now I'm going to give it another try. Give it another try. Don't give up. Okay. There's been, bro. Hey, I remember you saying that you're the only perfect one out here.
Oh yeah. Hell no, bro. I was gonna say I've killed probably about triple the amount of plants that I ever harvested. You know what I mean? So that's real talk. Man. I mean, they all get killed in the end, anyways. Some of them just actually make it to fruition, and some of them you just get fucked. So it is one of those things, though, to everybody out there in the audience. no one in particular, everybody who needs to hear it. That's one thing. I'm pretty sure that's one thing that I said actually on the outro of the show that I did with you. If I'm recalling correctly, you asked me some advice that I would give to maybe a new grower or somebody just coming in or what have you. And I do believe my answer was don't quit. And that's just to touch back on that thought from way back in the day. I said that then and I mean it now. Don't quit, because there are things that are going to be unlocked in your individual potential, in your individual story, that are just not going to be available to anyone else. So it's like it's incumbent upon you to get down that trail of life, right? So we would have not necessarily got the Internet of Pot via Virtue Loco, right? We wouldn't have got that if Sly had quit. Right, we wouldn't be sitting here right now having these conversations if Andrew had quit. Right, so like that's what I'm saying is like it doesn't matter. Even if it's not working out right now, that doesn't mean it's always going to not work out. And that's actually one thing that I've been talking about a lot in our Discord group with our growers, everybody who's trying to learn aeroponics or hydroponics, which you guys are going to be helping out with immensely, and we're going to be helping you guys out with that immensely. So shout out to you guys. But that was just it. Is like we have this saying in Oggo: the problem becomes the procedure. And what that means is that it appears as a problem the first time you learn it, the first time you see it. It registers as a problem, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sakes, you kind of, it overwhelms you in the moment, right? Just like maybe somebody out in the audience right now, maybe they overwatered their plant or they underwatered it, and now it's looking a little iffy and they're not sure how to handle it. So it's like they see it as a problem, but it's actually just part of the procedure, right? Plants come and go with water levels, and sometimes they don't bounce back, unfortunately. But on the flip side to that, sometimes they really fucking do bounce back immensely. And it's like, don't just give up. Don't throw your hands in the air just yet. Let's take a minute, breathe, and we're going to get through this together. The problem becomes the procedure. And especially in, like, say, hydroponic or an aeroponic system, even seeing little things like, say, a pH swing or a temperature that appears to be out of hand, or light levels that are too intense or too weak or something, right? Those things all appear. I mean, I'm talking to you now, Sly, and you're hearing me say all these things, and you're like, yep, dealt with that, right? And so the first time you dealt with it, it hurt like hell.
Yep.
Second time you dealt with it, didn't really phase you. Third time you dealt with it, you're like, oh, this happens every time you know what I mean? Like, this happens every time I do this. I can't be expecting to have it break my heart anymore, right? Like, if it continues to break your heart, you have to, you got to like analyze, like, hey, should I not expect this by now? So, and that's where I mean that's our saying there. The problem becomes the procedure, and then you learn how to deal with the temperature, or you learn how to deal with those steps that are. They feel like they're so enormous the first time you see them, right? You're looking up at it like, oh my God, I'll never be able to climb this mountain of knowledge or this mountain of effort or whatever. But it's just like, no, step by step, especially with the help of good people too, right? That's definitely what makes it more possible. If you've got people around you that are like, hey, don't give up, man. We've all been there. It's cool. Just chill. Like, we have the solutions for you. Or at very worst, like, should you happen to destroy that plant, we're going to help you get another plant. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's right. Like, it knowledge takes money. It sucks when it's your money, but I mean, sometimes you kill a clone. Shit, that's okay, man. We've all killed one. Sometimes people just need to hear that shit.
The beautiful thing is, it's just a plant, man. I mean, you can make another one, and the beauty of it is, like, say you spent a lot of money on the genetics, right? And you had a seed and you killed that seed, right? If you still have another one of those seeds, like, you can make a whole bunch of them. Like, you just need one to survive. You get one to survive, and then you can clone it, and you can make 6, 7, 10, 20, 40, 50. You can make a lot of these plants and keep it going for a long time before you see, genetic drift and stuff, but all you need is one. Okay, and one
And
will get
that's
you
that's a great saying, man. Absolutely. I've said that to so many people over the years. Is like all it takes is one good seed, one good cut. You know what I mean? Like if somebody hooks you up with something and you know what you're doing with it, you don't need 2, 3, 4, 10. You don't need a batch of anything. All it takes is one little beauty right there in your hand, and boom, let's go. So, yeah, man.
You know what? One thing I want to give a huge shout out to Raiders Garden. Huge shout out to the homie, man. He gave me a cut of the tags that I'm growing right now in the AC Infinity tent. Actually, it's in all the tents. Now, the tags, man, these genetics are beautiful, bro. Like, it is so healthy. The bud is so dank. The growth.
What does that stand for? Or like, what is that? Say the name again. Sorry.
Is tags, TAGZ, and the cross is a tangerine. I forget the cross. I'm gonna have to talk to him about the cross. But it is a very beautiful plant, very good genetics, and so I finally found this genetic that I'm keeping. Right, so I only have it in a clone, and so either I got to keep cloning it, or I got to back cross this, or make feminized seeds. Whatever, back cross it, get some seeds to keep it, the genetics for longer. So what I have decided is I'm going to take my other plant, which is another keeper of mine, is the Great Punch by psgx.world. That homie made a gorgeous plant. That one too is just like, these two are my tops. These are the two like best genetics that I've ever grown. So they're going into crossing, and they have started my breeding project. So now I got those two clones that are going to be taken care of, and I'm crossing. I'm doing this shit, brother. I need these genetics forever. So we're doing this. Well, also, I wanted to tell everybody out there, me and Oggo are collaborating, and I'm going to be doing my first DWC aeroponics, my first system with Oggo. And you guys have been the company that if I was going to do it, I want to do it with y'all. So I was like,
oh, thank you.
I'm all in. And it's been years that I've been in the runs. I've been in the works and studying and having people on and explain to me how see or how it work. And so I'm like, okay, I do this. But if I was going to do this, I want the right company. How am I going to do this? Who am I going to go with? Fucking don't go, man. You already know.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oggo. Fucking hashtag Oggo Army, baby.
I love it. I love it. I do appreciate that too. And of course, I mean, we also have like another. I mean, I'm happy to say it too. That just like I won't give anybody great details, but we're also working with you guys, on that IOP stuff and a couple like devices, man. Just some cool stuff that we dreamt up one day while we were chatting. I love it. I love it. We don't need to say anything more than that right now.
Little something.
And it's cool. It was just fun to think about it. And I think at the heart of all of this stuff, like when you get out into the community, again, like with that same aspect of like, don't you quit, telling that to everybody again and again, like it's, I never would have been able to meet you and Keith if we'd kind of just like, there's been some hardships. I'm not going to lie. It has not been all roses trying to whip up a business and a YouTube channel and everything like that all at once. And so, we're getting to it and getting through it. And along the way, man, meeting some allies and some extremely wonderful people all across the world. It's truly humbling to be. I mean, I'm so happy that we came to the YouTube platform. I don't see any other way that we could have accomplished all that we have. And I mean, like, I think you and I met. Did we meet via Instagram? I feel like we did or something. It was something like that, man. Or I met you over on GCN or something. I don't know how it originally started. I've met so many great people over the past.
It had to have been Instagram because I must have saw you because that's where I was sending messages and first like getting a hold of people was on Instagram. So it had to have been Instagram. You had to have been on something.
Yeah. And I mean, the other thing was,
Your
well, shit,
clips.
that one clip made all the way around. Yeah, Gorilla Ponics was the one that just shot out into the universe, and everybody saw it over time. But no, certainly, like I don't even. Instagram's been really, really hard on us lately, eh?
Yes, man.
I have.
Yes. That's why
I've been having a great amount of content getting pulled right down. So, I have not been active on there because I feel like shit. If you're gonna, there's no point in trying to post something if you know that damn well they're just gonna be yanking her down. So,
I know, brother. I know the feeling. It is something that we are dealing with, and that's why on the IOP we're coming out with the social media aspect too. We gotta keep telling everybody about it. It's coming, but we're gonna try to get something to where everybody can talk about plants and just weed freely, man, because they're on these other platforms. There's mad fucking other bullshit on there that god dang well is not as bad as weed. They show people getting their hands blown off and shit all the time on fucking Instagram.
It's ridiculous.
But how dare you show a little bit of weed, and it's just like, yo, man, the shit. And then people are flagging too. You got haters too that be flagging. Now,
of course,
on the haters side, I say don't hashtag, because hashtagging, they could just hit one button and pull up a whole bunch of fucking weed stuff and just start flagging. That's where they live. And look, and it's not their fault either, okay? Because these people, I want to be looking, man. I try to look at both sides the most, okay? Now, these people also in their head, they think they're doing right, and then there's some people who are just hating because they don't see that karma's going to come back on them later, and they don't care. Right? It's just what happens. I feel empathy for everybody. I just like hope that someday we can get to the point to where cannabis is not prohibited against so much. The taboo isn't there. The stigma isn't there so much to where it could be like alcohol, to where, hey, it's fine if you got the drunk on the corner, but like if a bunch of people sit in a circle, smoke some weed, like motherfuckers want to call the cops and shit. It's like, no, it's supposed to be the other way around.
Up here in Canada lately, I've been saying it's the smell of friendship. So you know what I mean? Like if you somebody lights up that joint or hits that bong somewhere nearby, you're like, hey, I got a friend nearby. I just gotta follow my nose and light one up myself. Send the smoke signals out into the ether. See who shows up. So, but no, it is true what you say about. Yeah, exactly. So, seeing legality. I mean, hey, continent-wide would be cool. Certainly, worldwide would be even crazier.
Imagine? Hold on, everybody. Let's pause it for a second. Let's just imagine.
Let's imagine. All right, let's go, baby.
Let's put our imagine caps on right now, and let's just imagine that the whole world is okay with cannabis. That everybody is using it for sleep, for managing pain. There's not so many angry people out there because they got some weed to help them manage their pain, man. They have people out here who look at it as the medicine that it is. Just imagine this, right? People,
oh my God.
No more, I think, like, the people, because there's people out there who are in pain, and pain will turn you into somebody that you're not, okay? It'll turn you into somebody that you don't recognize. Okay. Pain will do that. And because pain is so hard to manage, it would be best if somebody had a little bit of relief, man. A little bit of relief would change so many people's lives. Oh my God.
Well, and I mean, on that note too, how many people right now too are actually just genuinely worried or scared, or they've been coerced into believing that that is the devil's lettuce, and it is, if I have one puff of this, I'm hooked, and
yes,
that's it, yes. And even like with my, unfortunately, like even with my grandmother, I love her to bits, but we tried to get her on some cannabis, and unfortunately, like, pharmaceutical companies provide such a quick, fast acting silver bullet relief from whatever your immediate pain is, that you can see
it's
why.
It's told by the doctors. The doctors are said here, if the doctors would tell them here, cannabis is less, destructive, less, bad for you and shit, I'm sure that they would listen if it came from the tops, because they were raised also like that. But if a doctor was like, oh, yes, we know about the prohibition, but now this is the new way of thinking, they would be like, oh, I don't know, but maybe, it would be a little bit more accepted.
It would be.
It came from the tops.
I'm totally with you on that one, man. I mean, that's the thing is, like, some people, that is just it, right? Like, up here in Canada, we saw a marked change in the acceptance of cannabis to the point where it was just like, what are you going to say about it? Even if you don't like it anymore, even if you're not into it, even if you're, if you've never been for cannabis, we voted it in. All the adults took to the booths, and we voted it in, and the adults have the floor, and you can't say anything about it. Like, it's just like, we're done debating it. It's accepted. It's here. We voted it into law. It's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? And that's, sometimes I think there's still people that have that mindset of the day, like the reefer madness, the prohibition days. They've still got it. But I mean, dude, by the time we get, we'll move on through time, and eventually it's going to be like, another whole generation coming up through, still creating new laws, whatever it is. And they will understand that some of those ones that came into effect many, many moons ago are just completely asinine. Get them out of there. We don't need that. That's ridiculous. Let's end the stigma. Let's get her going here. And at least, have the ability to have a real conversation about it, and maybe get into the research side of things, so you can say, okay, so this is what's been claimed over the years on both sides. So let's look at addiction qualities. Let's look at health benefits. Let's open the book up. Let's actually explore this territory openly and honestly for once, because it's never really gotten its due. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it.
Now that the reschedulization has happened, now fucking alcohol and the research is going to start happening. Now alcohol companies are coming out saying that weed is going to make you vomit. Alcohol.
Are you talking about scromiting? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
That's my new favorite pastime. Yeah, man. That's all I do now, man. I don't even have
alcohol.
Come on, Sly.
Talking about weed making you vomit. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, stop.
Amen.
Just stop.
Amen.
Go sit down.
Yeah. Don't tell me about alcohol. Don't tell me about puking at all.
Yeah. Stop.
Of all the companies, of all the things, I mean, tobacco companies could maybe get away with like trying to mark, you know what I mean? Like, it would be more appropriate for it, like tobacco would be like, oh, the weed's so harsh that it makes you vomit, right? Why don't you have a smooth cigarette? Right? Like, stick with us.
That would make more sense.
Cigarette. Yeah. That would make more sense. Yeah. It's like somebody over wasted off of whiskey's like, how dare the weed company making me vomit off of the weed? You're like, dude, was it the bottle of whiskey? Should that have anything to do with the scromiting, or is it screaming and vomiting? Give me a break, man. Yeah. No,
one thing I did want to bring up also too is that if one day when because you guys legalize it, right? So once we federally legalize it, we got to tell them, you got to follow the law. Be like, it's against the law to hate on weed. We voted it in. You need to follow the law. You're not a law-abiding citizen.
Well, I mean, it's so cool that it was never really like provincially legal per se. You always had like the ability to be a medical patient, and I shouldn't say always. That's totally a crock. But it was some time ago that they voted in the the medicinal licenses. It started as the MMAR. I think it turned into the MMPR. It went through all kinds of different abbreviation letter game changes. You know how it was. And of course, we got to the ACMPR, which is where we are now, and that's your medical card. And everybody in Canada knows the deal. You go get your medical card, and you can have more than 4 plants. Now, on the other side of that, it's so freeing to be going to, say, like a cannabis convention and know that you can't smoke indoors, but certainly, I mean, you go to a designated smoking area and there'll be people that have their bongs out, their joints out, they're doing, vapes, whatever. And you just know full well that, like, hey, maybe it's not enjoyed by the rest of the community, but nevertheless, it's a law and we're allowed to enjoy it out in public. We don't have to feel shunned, anywhere where you can smoke tobacco, you can smoke cannabis. And that's, good on us, man. That's how it should be. We're adults,
Yeah, and at MJ BizCon, I guess this year, that they fucking told them no smoking cannabis around there because it's recreational legal over there, but they don't want them smoking out in public. So there's no bud signs all over the fucking place in Vegas now. And I seen them with my own eyes, and I was like, wow. Okay, it's probably because like a couple of years ago, I was up there cheaping up in that motherfucker right in front of the cops and shit.
Hell yeah. Crazy. Oh yeah,
that was great,
dude. Man, shout out to freaking Remo, the fucking genius. He set the Remo tent up, Remo Nutrients. He set his tent up outdoors. He went out to the smoking, all the other businesses were indoors, set up with their displays and stuff. And Remo was like, is it available outside? And they were like, sure, I don't see why not. So guess who had the most people? Visit his booth in a day? Because if everybody goes outside to blaze up, man, there's one tent out here. And I think everybody took a note from him. Because, dude, I ended up sitting at his tent with him for, 45 minutes, an hour. Like, we met his wife, we met his family. And I was like, bro, next time you're in Ontario, if you've got a minute, come on out to the headquarters, and we'll get you on a weed vacation, a staycation, and hang out, man, shoot the shit, show you gorilla ponics, everything like that. Because, shout out to Remo. All of their whole lineup is completely gorilla ponics, aeroponics compatible. So they got good stuff going on there for them as well. So I do enjoy their products. Yeah, hell yeah, man. But that's just a perfect example of somebody being like, we could smoke outside. Fuck yeah, let's put our tent up there and blaze up all day with everybody. Oh. And it was just genius. It was totally genius. So yeah, hell yeah, man.
So smart. That's what you do, man. You gotta get around that shit.
Dude, hey, where there's a will, there's a way, man. We always gotta just find out a little diversion. So but here we're coming up on 1 hour, so we're gonna start wrapping it up here, Sly. I know you got a lot to do yet today. I do too. My son showed up early, so I want to go hang out with him, play some Mario Kart or something like that. And hell yeah, dude. So
so be ready. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. So yeah, man, we don't want you to miss a minute of that action there. But man, before we go, just give us a little wrap up here. Tell us what's on your mind. Tell us what's on the go. And we can't wait to see you next time. I know you and Keith will be back here before too long. I know you will. So yeah, what you got going now?
So everybody out there, I have Cannabis Combos is on Mondays at 6 p.m. Pacific time. It is a pre-recorded show, but we are in the live chat. Now, on the live chat, you go to your comments when it's on there in the comments, and you just swipe over. When you swipe over, it'll be the live chat. It'll just be like this live chat right here, and everybody will be in there talking. So we have the guest this week. We have Mark from Perfect Gardens. He's coming on, and he was another one of the good friends that came to the Grow Me Getaway. He was there also. Huge shout out to Mark. Yeah, man, cool guy. So come check him out. That's 6 p.m. Pacific time. YouTube, Cannabis Combos with Sly, aka Loco. The link will be on here. I also have the IOP. We will be on back soon to show you guys, give you guys a live presentation of the Internet Pod and the virtual logo. Okay, so make sure to be on here with Keith. That is my partner, my homie, my friend right there. Send prayers to him. Make sure he's okay where he's at, that they stay warm. Okay, I want you guys to do that right now. Send prayers. I need those prayers in there. Yeah, so we got that going on. Make sure to come check out all of the companies that I mess with. There's El Canna Concept. There's Seasman.com. There is Grow Bags. Grower's House, which is Stash Blend, and Oggo, you already know, and Gambit Grows. So make sure to come check out all the companies, everybody, Internet and Pot. You already know. Thanks for having me on, bro.
Anytime, bro. Anytime. You know how much I love sitting and chit-chatting with you. And also, too, I wish last time that I'd done your episode, I was not necessarily aware of like how that format went. So it ended up that I missed my own live chat. I would have loved to sit and kick it that day and give people more context of what was going on, because I talked about Oggo and our grow systems a lot. So I think one of these days, maybe if you ever have a open spot or somebody cancels on you quick, give me another shout there, and I would love to, hop back up with you and do another episode. Then I can participate in the live, because I missed I felt so stupid. I felt so bad. I was like, oh shit, that's what we were supposed to do.
Don't worry about it.
Fuck, my bad. So next time that won't happen.
No, and it's something I need to be telling everybody. I need to be telling everybody more about the live chat. Everybody out there, don't forget the live chat is there, and we're there in there chatting it up. So it's the same thing. It's just pre-recorded where I get to edit stuff more. I like to be able to show stuff and add it.
Of course. Right. No, it's dude, I love your format there. I was going to say that earlier. It's a great way to do it, because like even when, for our episode, for instance, there, if everybody goes back to watch that, like I said, Jack said, I think it was 6 months ago. So it wasn't quite a year ago, but time does fly, man. So
still
just like that, man. 6 months flies by pretty darn quick. So, but yeah, it was one of those things where I was like, gave you some context, right? I could give you photos, a little bit of video clips, and you did a fantastic job of throwing those in there. And, we were able to explain ourselves just a little bit better. So by all means, guys, make sure that you're following Sly. We've put up a bunch of links already. He is a fantastic grower, fantastic for the community. You know how much Oggo already loves you, Sly. Internet of Pot coming soon. Shout out to Keith and his wife. They're going to be, they'll make it through this. No problem. We know they will. Everybody else there, guys, if you're in the middle of the storm too, stay strong. We are with you guys, at least in thoughts and prayers there, sending out good vibes to everybody who's weathering this shit. And we will make it through it together, guys. So just make sure you stay growing no matter what. Stay growing.
Later, everybody. Have a good day.
All right, man. Have a good one there, Sly. We will we'll talk here shortly. Actually, I want to give you a tour of the grow room if you're down after the show. I'll just hop into StreamYard with my phone. If you got a minute, I'll just do a quick tour with you of the flowering room. And hey, man, we'll get on with our days there. But everybody else, thank you guys so much for chilling here with us. I'm seeing the chat. It was flying all show there. You guys rock. Really, really awesome chat room. And by all means, Sly, we are going to keep talking, and we'll be doing more episodes right here shortly anyway. So without further ado, let's wrap this one up. Sound good, Sly?
Yes, sir. Everybody have a good day. Let's.
Right on, everybody. Thanks so much for that. Peace.
Oggo brand buddies.